It has been a while. It's been a few months. As many of you know, my family suffered just a devastating tragedy, and someday I might talk about all that, but not today. Today, I'm ready to get back to filming. I'm glad you're here. Let's hang out. I'm back in my favorite place in my house, my closet, and it is time to clean out the closet again. This is a regular ongoing thing in my world, and I hope this is a regular ongoing thing in your world too, because cleaning out your closet, decluttering your closet, whatever you want to call it, is about so much more than the clothes. In fact, it's really even not about the clothes at all. So let's get started. First, we're going to remove anything from the closet that's either too big or too small, anything that doesn't fit. Because anything that doesn't fit your body, regardless of where your body is right now, doesn't belong in your everyday getting dressed space. And that's because when you come into the space where you choose how you want to represent yourself to the world that day, you need to be able to choose from all the things that do fit you. You don't need to be looking at anything too small. You don't need to be looking at anything too big. Anything that doesn't fit you doesn't belong in the space. Now let me tell you what that's about, because like I said, that's not about the clothes. People's weight fluctuates. I know my weight fluctuates a lot from one year to the next, even, several times throughout the year. I don't want anything in my closet that is too small looking at me, reminding me that I'm bigger than I used to be. I don't want anything in my closet that's too big, reminding me that I used to be bigger than I wanted to be. So anything that doesn't fit the body you're living in right now doesn't belong in your space, because those items that don't fit, whether they're too small or too large, do not need to be calling out to you, reminding you that. Now the reason you don't need those clothes, back it up. What are you going to say, Lori? Boy, I am rusty at filming. The words are just not flowing today, and that's a crazy thing for me because I always have so much to say. Now the reason you don't need anything in your closet that's either too small or too big is because you don't need anything in your closet calling out to you and reminding you of a time where you were smaller than you are right now, because there's nothing wrong with where you are right now. And you certainly don't need anything too big in your closet reminding you that you used to be bigger than you are right now, because there's nothing wrong with where you are right now. That's why it is so important to not have anything in your closet that doesn't fit the body you're living in right now, because there's nothing wrong with the body you're living in right now. You deserve to represent yourself to the world in the way that you see fit in the body that you've got right now in clothes that fit you well. So anything too big, too small, out of the closet. That's it for the items that just don't fit me anymore. The next items that I'm going to remove from my closet, and the items that I want you to remove from your closet, is anything that you don't feel great in when you wear it. Here's something I want you to know. You deserve to feel your very best, like your most confident, capable self every time you get dressed for your day to go out into the world. You deserve that. I deserve that. Everybody deserves that. And you can't do that when you're wearing clothes that you just don't feel very good about yourself. So all of those things you have in your closet right now that you're probably not wearing anyway because you just don't feel good about yourself needs to go. Don't feel bad about it. There's no reason to hang on to it. Unless it's part of a uniform that you need for work or something, there's just no reason to hang on to it. Give yourself permission to get that crap out of your closet. You deserve to feel good. You deserve to feel confident and capable every time you get dressed for your day. Now the last collection of things that you need to clear out of your closet and feel no guilt about getting rid of is often the hardest. It's the hardest for me, and I'm guessing it might be the hardest for you as well, because you're here. We're cleaning out the closet. This collection of things that's really difficult to get rid of is the items that you have in your closet that are just no longer the vibe. Like it's just not appealing to you anymore. Maybe you've worn it for years and years and years and years, and you just don't want to wear it anymore. Maybe it's a style that you've worn for years and years and years, and you used to feel really confident in it, and you used to feel really capable in it, and now you just don't care to see yourself in it. So you don't wear it. But you've invested so much time and energy and money in this collection of things that sometimes we can feel guilt and hesitation about getting rid of them. But here's the deal. If it's not the vibe, you're not wearing it anyway, right? I'm sure you've all heard the statistic that most of us wear 20% of our clothing 80% of the time. Well, that's because we hang on to all of this stuff that is just not the vibe anymore. It's just not our style anymore. I'm giving myself permission to get rid of those things that are no longer the vibe, and I want you to give yourself permission to do the same thing. It's okay to evolve. Your style should change and evolve as you move throughout your life. Sometimes you're going to want to make a drastic change to your style. Sometimes not so drastic. My style is classic with a twist. Sometimes my twist is edgy. Sometimes my twist is boho. But classic with a twist is who I am. But not everything that I've brought into my collection of clothing that fits that classic with a twist style description is the vibe anymore. So it's got to go, right? I want and need to make room in my closet and in my life. And how I present myself to the world? To evolve a little bit. So all of those things that you don't wear because it's just not the vibe anymore, even if it's in great condition, even if you spend a ton of money on it, if you're not going to wear it because it's just not the vibe anymore, let it go. For instance, for me, I've been experimenting with color and I've added some yellow to my closet this year, and I've really enjoyed wearing yellow, but not this yellow, because as much as I like it on a hanger and as much as I enjoyed wearing it a couple of times, I realize it's just not my vibe. It's gotta go. This skirt, not the vibe anymore. So many things, not the vibe anymore. One easy way to tell if something is not the vibe for you anymore is if you haven't worn it in a really long time. Like if it's been front and center in your closet for a long while and you haven't worn it in, I would say, 2 years, chances are it's not the vibe anymore. And that's okay. For me, that has really been jeans. I did a jeans update video, I think just earlier this year, because updating your jeans wardrobe is one of the fastest, most effective ways to kind of bring a more current look into your wardrobe, because jean styles tend to change, cut styles, all that kind of stuff tends to change fairly regularly. That doesn't mean there's not classics that are always in style, because there are. And it doesn't mean you shouldn't wear whatever you want, because you should, regardless of what's in style. But styles in jeans and what's considered current does change quite often. So if you're looking to update your wardrobe in a way that feels fresh and current, a new pair of jeans is a great way to do that. But here's what I've learned over about the last year. I hardly ever wear jeans anymore. I have not put on a pair of jeans since I made that video that I'll link here about updating the jeans I have in my closet. Not once. But I'm dedicating all of this valuable closet real estate to jeans. And I haven't worn them at all. Not once. Now, does that mean I am going to go get rid of all of my jeans right now? Not all of them. I'm going to keep one pair of white jeans and one pair of blue jeans, because I do like wearing white jeans with little booties and a sweater in the wintertime. But where I live on the Texas Gulf Coast, it's just too hot to wear jeans in the summertime. And I have always been able to find much more comfortable options, usually even in the wintertime. So I'm going to keep one pair of white jeans and one pair of blue jeans, and I'm going to get rid of all the rest. All of these jeans out. And the reason I can feel so good about that decision is because jeans are just not my vibe anymore. And if it's not the vibe, it doesn't deserve to take up space in your closet. And to be fully transparent with you, I am feeling a little bit of guilt, because I've invested a lot of time and energy and money in choosing and purchasing and laundering, maintaining all of these items of clothing. I've enjoyed wearing them at some time or another, but I haven't worn them in a long time. So now I'm feeling really good about creating the space that I want and deserve to have in my closet so that my style can evolve, and you deserve the same. I am feeling so much lighter. And I hope you have a process, an ongoing process where you're constantly editing the contents of your closet as well. But if not, that's okay. Carve out a little bit of time to edit the contents of your closet space. Understand this, cleaning out your closet is part of a self-care routine, right? You deserve to get rid of all of those items that don't fit you anymore, whether they're too small or too big, or at least clear them out to a space where you're not going to see them every day, because you don't need to think about anything that doesn't fit you anymore for whatever reason. You deserve to dress from a collection of clothing that fits you well every single day. Also, and even more importantly, feel free to get rid of all of those things that you just don't feel good about yourself in anymore. Maybe it fits, but you just don't feel confident. You don't feel capable in it. Let it go. You deserve to go out into the world every single day feeling confident and capable. And you're not going to feel that way in clothing that you just don't like the way it looks on you, or you don't like the way you feel in it. Anything that gives any kind of ick factor, let it go. Get all the ickiness out of your closet. There's no reason to keep anything icky in your closet. You don't deserve that. Now, most importantly, give yourself permission to get rid of all the things in your closet that do fit and are in good shape, but are just not you anymore. You are a normal, fantastic, fabulous human being. And as that normal, fantastic, fabulous human being that you are going to change and evolve. And your clothing choices are often a direct representation of those changes taking place in your life. So feel free to make room for that evolution. Feel free to make room for that change, for any change that you want to make. Just because something in your closet is in good shape and you already have it, you are not required to keep it and wear it if it doesn't reflect who you know yourself to be any longer. And if you get nothing else from this video, I hope you take that piece with you, because I think that's probably one of the most important pieces of cleaning out and decluttering your closet. that really has nothing to do with the clothes. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for a few minutes today. It has been fantastic to be back to filming, even though admittedly I am pretty rusty at it. If you'd like to hang out for a few minutes from time to time, please consider subscribing to the channel down below, but only if you want to. If you don't want to subscribe, if you're not ready to subscribe yet, or if you don't want to subscribe ever, no worries, no harm, no foul. You can come back and hang out anytime you like because you've got an open invitation to do that. I'll be right here making videos. A lot of them will be in my closet. A lot of them will be out in the world. A lot of things have changed in my world since I last was making videos, and I'm excited to get back to sharing all of those things with you. If you have a few more minutes to hang out today, I'd love to see you in this video here. If you don't, no worries. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, y'all.